Do you want to find an affordable microphone for recording podcasts, videos, and vocals? Then stay tuned. In this video, we will test 6 different microphones, and these are all going to be microphones that do not break the bank. I thought I knew what my favorite would be, but after comparing these 6, my opinion has changed. So today we will be testing the following mics: the Shure SM7B, an AudioTechnica 4033A, the DJI lavalier microphone, the Rode NT5, the AKG C1000S, and the final one is a classic SM58. They're just going to run straight into my Motu M4 interface. The exception is the DJI microphone because that records directly into your phone. We're going to do a few different tests. Test 1 is going to be a close mic. The second test will be a little bit further back, so you'll hear more of the room. Third one is me singing a phrase of the national Blood Buzz, Ohio. Be warned, I'm not a singer, so please don't expect any magic. I have a particularly low voice as well. So what I'm going to do is get my beautiful assistant Isabella to read some lines out as well.
You're probably gonna get bored of hearing me.
Keep an ear out and let me know what you think is the best one. This is what the SM7B sounds like when I eat the microphone. This is the AudioTechnica AT4033 and I'm eating the microphone. This is the classic Shure SM58 and I am up close eating the microphone. This is the AKG C1000 and I am up close eating the microphone. This is the Rode NT5 up close and I'm eating the microphone. I'm slightly off axis because it is very sensitive. This is the DJI mic just in front of my face. I'm not quite eating it because I think it will distort.
Hi, I'm Isabella and I'm testing this microphone. 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 Hi, I'm Isabella and I'm testing the microphone. Hi, I'm Isabella and I'm testing the DJI microphone.
This is what the Shure SM7B sounds like from roughly 1 foot away. This is the AudioTechnica 4033 at roughly 1 foot of distance away from the microphone. This is the Shure SM58 and I am about a foot away, and this is what the microphone sounds like. This is the AKG C1000 from roughly 1 foot away. This is the Rode NT5 from about 1 foot away. This is the DJI mic clipped to my shirt. It is roughly a foot away.
Hi, I'm Isabella and I'm testing this microphone. 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 Hi, I'm Isabella and I'm testing the DJI microphone.
I was carried to Ohio in a swarm of bees. I was carried to Ohio in a swarm of bees. I was carried to Ohio in a swarm of bees. I was carried to Ohio on a swarm of bees. I was carried to Ohio in a swarm of bees. I was carried to Ohio in a swarm of bees. And that's all the microphone tests for now. Here are my top 3 after doing those tests. Number 1 is the AudioTechnica AT4033. I thought this sounded the best on both male and female vocals. I feel like it really captured the warmth and the bass of my voice, which the Shure SM7B failed to capture. And it also had a nice clarity in the mid-range and top end. Second place was the Shure SM7B. This is the one I normally use, so I thought this one was going to win. I just thought it lacked a little bit of definition in the low end. Also, one thing to be aware of, it needs a lot of gain. So I had my Motu turned all the way up and I still could have done with a little bit more, which is why people often use it with a cloud lifter. I normally run it through a preamp or one of my compressors, and that brings up the level sufficiently. And I think it also gives body to the low end, which was missing from this test. And one other thing to bear in mind is that the AudioTechnica is a lot more sensitive, so it's going to pick up more external sound. And this one is a dynamic microphone and it's slightly less sensitive. It doesn't pick up all the bird noise and the London soundscape as much as the AudioTechnica does. And in third place, we have the DJI. I think this microphone did really well. I did feel like it lacked some body on my voice, but it sounded good on Isabella. I also thought it sounded pretty bad when it was in my shirt pocket. If you want to take it out and about, it's the only one you can really do it with, and it records into your phone, so you don't need to have a preamp and a DAW to get it to work. So if you're going to make videos, I think this one is one of the best options. If you're going to do podcasting, it would be either this Shure SM7B or the AudioTechnica 4033, but my favorite for vocals was the AudioTechnica 4033. The runners up, the C1000, very old mic, I just wanted to see how it would do. It was probably my least favorite one, but I thought it did sound surprisingly okay on the female vocal, but pretty naff on the male vocal. The Shure SM58, from a distance, surprised me. It was actually pretty good sounding, and that's a microphone people normally eat. They get right up close, but I thought that sounded a lot better at a foot away. And then finally, the Rode NT5. I like the sound of this mic. I think it sounds okay on vocals. The problem is that it's a small condenser and it has a delicate diaphragm, so you have to be careful of how much air you blow into it. So you either need a pop shield to break up that air a little bit or use it off axis. I think you're gonna have too much inconsistency for using this on vocals. It's also very sensitive, so if you are gonna have it further away, then you're gonna have to turn the gain up and it's probably gonna pick up a lot of the external noise. Okay, that was my top 3 and what I thought about all the different mics. I'd love to hear what you make about them, so please let me know in the comments. And if you want to learn more about audio, then please try watching this video because YouTube thinks you'll love it. Take care.